Oh, I should be resisting this, but I'm paralyzed with rage and island rhythms.
WTF! WTF!
Hello, I'm Ross from Cultaholic.com. You are my sexual wank pheasants, and it's that bastard time of the week once again where I take a look at all the WTF moments from this week's WWE SmackDown Live. And we kick things off with Shane McMahon, who claims that everyone in Lexington, Kentucky bleeds blue, which got me to thinking, how can that be? As we all know, the amphibians, the reptiles, and the Piers Morgan, the cold-blooded animals, they bleed blue. And while we're in this new era with the brand split, nobody picks sides these days, so how can that make any sense? It can't, quite frankly, because once again I logged myself onto Wikipedia, which, as we all know by now, is the best information source on the internet, because anybody can edit it, therefore you're guaranteed to get the best source of information. That told me that Kentucky is a red state. What on earth is Shane McMahon talking about? I suppose this makes his journey to being the best professional wrestler that ever laced up a pair of Bootingtons all the more special because he's Darius. He's colourblind. And next up we have Shane McMahon changing from Darius and his colourblindness to Donald Trump spouting some hot verbal diarrhea fire when he claimed that Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens do not care and do not respect about the SmackDown Live roster. Look there, Shane, he does. He's got that much respect coming out of the pores on his face as you do with sweaty dad sweat coming out of your pores. He even puts over the Raw roster. What a lovely bloke. I just think he hates you, Shane McMahon, because at the start of this brand split, you claimed that SmackDown Live would be the land of opportunity, the place where all the storylines wouldn't revolve around the authority figures, but the superstars themselves. But since then, it's become the Shane McMahon show. You horrible numpty. Staying with Shane McMahon for the trifecta, and this time we see him showing goats all over the world a maximum amount of disrespect when he called Daniel Bryan a horse. How shan is that? You're going to hear it straight from the horse's mouth. Shane said it about Bryan, so I guess that Shane, if you see Bryan as more of a horse than a goat in your eyes, I see you as less like a soaring eagle and more like a bum crumb that someone's picked out their filthy arse and flicked across the room. Watch it soar. And next up we have the sign that read, Kevin Owens more like Schmevin Schmoens. I'm back to Shane McMahon once again, and we have the moment where he called Kevin Owens Kevy Owens. Shane McMahon has a pet name for Kevin Owens. But hey, I suppose it's not like Peaches or Muffin or something horrible like that. And I've been doing a bit of digging even further. It turns out that Kevy, and I'm going to have to read this out because my memory is damaged from all of the toot. It turns out that Kevy is an anglicised form of the Irish Kyle I don't know what that says. It turns out it means handsome or comely birth, which is derived from the word kaum, which is comely or beloved or kind. So comely means attractive. So hang on a second. Oh my God. Shane McMahon likes comely Kevin Owens. So Shane McMahon, yes, this is the Shane McMahon hour, who could have just fired Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens if he wanted to, and just not wasted our time with that 20-minute promo at the start of the show, made the Kevin Owens Randy Orton main event a no disqualification match with Zayn banned from ringside. But how can somebody be banned from ringside if there's no disqualifications? It's fair game if he gets involved, and even if Sami got involved with this stipulation in place, the worst punishment you would get is to have to wrestle a match with rules. Imagine that for a professional wrestler. Or better still, there's a massive loophole in Shane's plans, because all Kevin Owens would have to do, with it being a no disqualification contest, is take the match up the ramp. That's not ringside. Sami Zayn gets involved. No rules have been broken. That stipulation is as pointless as Richard Osman. So close yet so far. Go back and watch yesterday's WTF Moments video, because I predicted this would happen. I predicted the Buffer, who are just the same as the Shield but a little bit different, would take on Charlotte, Naomi. I said Becky Lynch. They did Natalya, and they absolutely did it. I can't believe it. What are they doing? Do the SmackDown Live team know what Raw is? Or better still, do they watch it? I mean, what's going on here? The way they're going on at the minute, they're being made to look like absolute muttings. I think that's right. New Day, back at it again with the pancakes. That is a bukkake, but with pancakes on sweet, innocent children. Oh. I've seen it all now, even a man eating his own head. Lanny Poffo, I am so sorry if you understand that reference. Oh my god. And speaking of big heads, Big E managed to pull a full-on pancake meal from inside his tights to feed to the Usos and Tom Phillips, who seemed way too happy for that to be an actual thing. And it's a wonder there was actually room in there for a pancake meal given the Big E's big ending. God. So why is there a Bailey shirt in the SmackDown Live women's locker room? I guess that means there ain't no stopping her now. She'll celebrate on the floor or get changed wherever she wants. Or she's lost. Now, no matter what Adam Pacitti tells you, Mojo Rawley turning heel on last night's SmackDown Live is not a WTF moment. It's been coming for bare time. What is a WTF moment, though, is Jinder Mahal's suit. Let's just turn around, have a look at that thing in all of its glory, and give it a little clap. He dresses like a champ, same he doesn't bloody wrestle like one, eh? Not all WTF moments are bad things, just look at that Super Styles clash off the middle rope, it's lovely, lovely, lovely. Made a grave mistake, Corey. Corey Graves claims that Jinder Mahal was right to attack the Singh Brothers because he sent them out to do a job, and they failed, but I don't know about you. In losing that match against AJ Styles, I think the Singh Brothers did that job absolutely perfectly. If you know what I mean, they did the job. I guess some might say WTF are those behind Jinder Mahal. Dun 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 dun. Kevin back once again, putting the wrong day that NXT tickets go on sale, even though he had a full day to rectify his mistake from this week's Raw. Some say he was stuck. His full entire being stuck between his two front lashes like some bloody sticky toffee. Just so you know, that picture there has about the fifth of the likes a picture of Roman Reigns holding his Intercontinental Championship has. As we all know, Instagram likes are the new barometer for success. Forget crowd reactions, forget merch sales, forget ticket sales. As long as you get Instagram likes, that means you are over. Unless you're Finn Balor, of course, he'll never be over. Wink. That's not how you spell Riott. There's one too many T's. I guess that means it's ta-ta-ta-ta Ruby Riott. Made a grave mistake, Corey. This time, Corey Graves claims that Ruby Riott lives by the punk ethos of do it yourself, but it seems that on WWE's main roster at least, she cannot do a single bloody thing without her two pals with her, the basic bitch. I don't mean that. I guess, Corey, you could say she lives more by the Schoolhouse Rock ethos of 3 is the magic number. Oh, Charlotte, 3-on-1, the valiant babyface bravely fighting off 3 brand new heels? Where have I seen that before? Of course, it's this week's Monday Night Raw, which I correctly predicted, and I'm just going to stand here now and do an impression of that rock gif that everyone puts on the Twitter machine when they disapprove of something. 9-time WWE champion, 4-time WWE World Heavyweight champion. What do you get? You put them together, you get a 13-time World champion. Bippity poppity vape. Watch that main event from last night. You will see Kevin Owens using a lot of naughty, naughty, naughty words. Bad, bad Kevin. Shane will spank you on the arse, won't he? With his little pet name for you, Kevy. Oh, little Kevy and Shane. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Sammy's banned from ringside. Byron Saxton explained. Oh, Byron, do you want a little cry? Do you want a little cry? Yes, as I predicted earlier in this video, yes, I write these scripts as I'm watching SmackDown Live. I predicted that Sami Zayn would find a loophole in Shane McMahon's crappy plan. They weren't at ringside. They were on the ramp. There was absolutely nothing wrong with it, and the best thing about it all was that Sami came through the entranceway, which means he had to have walked through gorilla position, and nobody stopped him because they all knew he'd done nothing wrong. That means for another week in a row we are condemned to yet another Shane McMahon promo kicking off next week's show, lambasting Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn for their actions and punishing them by having them take part in a wrestling match with rules. Finally, a Kevin Owens frog splash off the top rope is classified as a finishing move to a match. Why hasn't this been done sooner? To me, a 266-pound muscle gut flying off the top rope on top of somebody is critical. Yet whenever Kevin Owens has done it before in the past, the person taking the move has always kicked out. Finally, in WWE, logic prevails. That's it for all the WTF moments from this week's WWE SmackDown Live. There's been a few of them, hasn't there? Isn't that nice? Follow me on Twitter at RossOnWrestling. Pledge to our Patreon, patreon.com/Cultaholic. But most importantly, do not forget to join us.